Everybody, Kristen Gutierrez here, and welcome back to Long Beach Under Construction. Today I want to talk about something that sounds like a food story, but I actually think is a real estate story. So, Long Beach is creating new opportunities for residents to legally sell meals from their kitchen through something called the MEHKO permit. Now, before your eyes glaze over from the government acronym, stick with me because I think this is actually one of the more interesting shifts happening in Long Beach right now. MEHKO stands for Microenterprise Home Kitchen Operation. In plain English, it allows qualifying residents to prepare and sell meals from their home kitchen. Not cookies, not packaged snacks, not sourdough bread, actual meals. And that's where things get interesting. Now, some of you know I sell organic sourdough bread, and I operate under what's called a Cottage Food Operation permit. That is very different from a MEHKO permit. A cottage food permit allows you to make and sell certain approved foods that are considered lower risk. Things like sourdough bread, cookies, brownies, granolas, jams, salsas, candies, you name it. The products are typically packaged and labeled and sold for later consumption. A MEHKO is different. Think of a cottage food business as a home-based food product business. Think of a MEHKO as a home-based restaurant. With a MEHKO, someone could potentially sell tamales, soups, pasta dishes, barbecue, hot meals, and other foods that would never qualify under traditional cottage food rules. That's a pretty significant shift. Now, here's why I think it matters. For years, if you wanted to start a food business, the path was brutal. You needed a commercial kitchen, you needed equipment, permits, insurance, rent. Let's just say you needed a lot of money. And often you had to spend all of that money before you even knew whether customers would want to buy what you're selling. That's a huge barrier, especially for someone who's already getting asked by their friends, family, coworkers, or neighbors, can I buy some of that? Long Beach is essentially creating a pathway for people to test an idea before taking on all of the risk of a traditional restaurant. And I think that's smart. But here's where I think the story becomes bigger than food. To me, this is really about how homes are changing. For decades, a home was primarily a place you lived. Today, a home can be a lot more than that. A backyard can become an ADU, a garage can become a workplace, a spare bedroom can become an office, and now in some cases, a kitchen can become a starting point for a business. That's a major shift in how we think about property. And it's one of the reasons I spend so much time paying attention to these kind of policy changes. There's clues about where cities are headed. There's clues about how people are creating income. And there are clues about how property owners can unlock opportunities that may already exist on the lots they own. Now, am I asking everybody, or do I think everybody should start a home restaurant? No, absolutely not. The rules matter, the permits matter, the neighborhood impacts matter. And not every business idea is a good one. But what I am saying is that Long Beach is creating more pathways for entrepreneurship, and that's worth paying attention to because the value of a property isn't always found in its square footage. Sometimes it's found in its flexibility. What can it become? What opportunities does it create? What income can it support? What future options does it offer? Those are the questions I think homeowners should be asking. Because what's more interesting, because the most interesting changes happening in Long Beach aren't always the giant developments you see in the news, like the incredible Belmont pool. Sometimes they're happening quietly in backyards, in garages, in spare bedrooms, and now in home kitchens. Long Beach isn't just under construction because buildings are going up. Long Beach is under construction because the way people live, work, build businesses, and create opportunity is evolving. And this MEHKO program is one example of that. I'm Kristen Gutierrez. Thanks for watching Long Beach Under Construction, and I'll see you in the next episode.